how's the FBI working to find other potential accomplices, folks who may have known about the shooter's plans, folks who may have encouraged him? Any update on any of that?
So in terms of what we do for an interrogation perspective, we go and reach out to the family and community immediately. And we've conducted those investigations and interrogations with local law enforcement. And we're continuing to do that because those closest to the suspect are going to hopefully know the most about the suspect and his beliefs and his ideology. On top of that, unfortunately, it has been leaked that there was a Discord chat. And for those unfamiliar with it, it's a gaming chat room online that the suspect participated in. So what we're doing, we've already done is serve legal process, not just on Discord, so that the information we gathered is sustained and held in a evidentiary posture that we could use in prosecution should it be decided to do so. And we're also going to be investigating anyone and everyone involved in that Discord chat.
I just want to quickly note that I think it's very cute that he says in these situations, we do these things. He's like an FBI agent. He's just like all of them. He's a real boy. He's not a partisan hack who's put in that position. He's a real guy. And all the other FBI agents under him have lots of respect for him. But anyway, leaving aside that part and how much of just a constant disgrace it is for our country that he's in the position that he is, there is the Discord chat. And I don't trust anything Kash Patel has to say about it, but I do trust Ken Klippenstein. And Ken Klippenstein, longtime friend of the show, actually obtained chats from the Discord and spoke with some of the members of that Discord, doing great investigative journalism work here. And so this is not, a den of Antifa or whatever they wish it would be. It's not just like trans memes or whatever. It's a gaming place. The kid was a gamer who was online on Discord, as countless millions of Americans are. The friend who spoke to Ken Klippenstein described Robinson as a fairly typical of a young man his age from Utah, someone who loved the outdoors, was a gamer, and into guns. Quote, to all of us, he just seemed like a simple guy who liked playing games like Sea of Thieves, Deep Rock Galactic, and Helldivers 2. Loved to fish and loved to camp. It really did seem like that's all he was about. And if you're not a gamer, Sea of Thieves, Deep Rock Galactic, Helldivers 2 are very different sorts of games. But what they do share is that they're collaborative games. You get together in a small group and you hang out and you play or whatever, which seems to fit with the community that they had on Discord. The friend said, obviously he's okay with gay and trans people having a right to exist, but also believes in the Second Amendment. Typical leftist stuff, obsessed with the Second Amendment. Anyway, here are some of the messages from after the shooting. One person wrote, Charlie Kirk got shot. Another person said dead. I just saw the video, holy S. RIP, I guess. Bro didn't deserve to go out like that, sad. This all sounds very similar to a billion conversations going on Twitter, by the way. And then Zealous Monkey says, hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm surrendering through a sheriff friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. You've all been so amazing. Thank you all for everything. And so, yeah, that was apparently the shooter, and that was how they were brought in, so it seems authentic. And interestingly, if this is a place that Tyler Robinson was hanging out and had these long-term friendships and all that, it would be a great place for strong evidence of some sort of hyper-partisan, bent, whether left or right. And again, it seems like another one that's coming up kind of empty. And what we have so far to go on in terms of a motivation, I understand that I'm focusing so much on that. I'm probably just biased towards that part of the story because the administration is coming for the left and is using this as an excuse to shut down their political opponents. I think his mom said that he'd become more left over the last year. Bearing in mind, this is a very conservative family. So when they say he became more left, what does that mean? I mean, I was told during the last two elections that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were both extremist leftist communists. The right has not generally had a great ability to define different points on the left to center spectrum. And then you have Kash Patel, who a couple days ago said he had a manifesto, but it was destroyed. But trust me, it existed. Which I'm not gonna do that actually. And so again, it really seems like, yes, he might have had some positions that are typically associated with the left, like not wanting LGBTQ plus people to be wiped out by the federal government. And other than that, it seems like a nihilistic, terminally online person is what it seems like to me. But again, we have more details, we'll get to them. Sharon, what do you think?
Yeah, I think part of this is the obsession. instantly, mostly by the Trump administration members of it, who wanted to quickly see how they could frame this. They released those text messages, but even before that, like the first words out of their mouths were partner, trans, relationship. What, I don't even know what that had to do with anything. Okay. You go into his house, you're gonna research, look at things, talk to the roommate slash partner, but they pushed that out there, I believe, for ill intent, reasons that they wanted you to say, oh, see, here we go. There's a trans component to this. And so, yeah, we gotta lean that way. He can't be one of ours. You gotta fit in this box or that box. And there's no allowance for people to be diverse.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the rush was always going to be, as it is in every one of these incidents over the last at least 6 months, maybe a year, it's got to be a trans person. It's got to be a trans person. And maybe it is in this particular case. But no matter whether there's evidence or not, they always claim that it is, because more and more the brain of the average conservative pundit or politician has just become more and more, the pie chart is just trans people. All day long, every issue, they just think about trans people. And by the way, that could end up being, in this case, the actual motivation, whether the person is traditionally left or not. It could be that it was something to do with the LGBTQ plus community, which would seem to be some evidence that maybe the crusade against trans people is radicalizing for some people who are off mentally and have access to guns. Just something to consider. But anyway, I don't want to just talk abstractly or zoomed out about the trans aspect of this. Even now, there's politicians like Ted Cruz that are trying to jump on that part of it. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.